what advice do you give to that family who's like, because I think a poisonous question for a parent to ask themselves is, am I doing enough? Because the answer to that question is no.
No.
So it's not even a helpful question. In some circumstances it might be, but just as a general question, it's crippling. It's paralyzing.
If this is a question of virtue, the virtue of your leadership and the various virtues that you exercise as a parent, so there's some advice that I really like, and this comes back to Aristotle. One is look to good examples of virtue, right? And why are you looking to them? Well, because if you don't know what exactly it looks like, and if finding the mean is just so fine and it's so hard to actually achieve it, well, find somebody that you admire and do your best. But in the process, don't say to yourself, like, so let's say I'm looking at Matt. I'm like, oh, I want to be like Matt. Don't do that, because anything short of becoming Matt Fradd you're just going to beat yourself up for. Do it in the hopes of recognizing certain virtues that he has and then trying to develop those yourself. But if you're going to compare yourself to yourself and look at the progress that you've achieved, right? And look at, like, this is why I'm so convinced by Catholicism, because I know the person I was before I started to insert grace or to grasp at grace in my life. And I know the person that I've become since then. And it's night and day. I do not want to be that old person that I was. But simultaneously, I could be looking at the Matt Fradds or this other friend that I have and being like, why aren't I that? And that's going to be poisonous, right? So compare yourself to yourself. Look for good examples for the sake of trying to inspire yourself. But if you fall short, that's okay. And maybe you have certain virtues that they don't have, that they could admire in you, and encourage each other by that, right? That other family, when we got exposed to their prayer life, we're like, that's beautiful. I want some of that. I don't know how to do a lot of that, but we could learn some chants. So let's do that. We're not great singers. We're not great musicians. We're not a musical family per se, although some of our kids are really becoming more of that. But as parents, we can't lead them down in the expressions that we want to attain to. So just do your best, I think, and be humble about it.
And be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
Hello, I want to say thank you to Hello, which is the best, not just the best Catholic app on the App Store, any App Store, it's the best app out of any app that's ever existed, Catholic or otherwise. I think it's finally time to say that. If you want to grow in your prayer life, please check out hello.com/Matt. If you sign up on their website at hello.com/Matt, you can get the entire app for free for 90 days. That's ridiculous. After those 90 days, if you don't agree with me that it's worth the money that you're going to get charged after that monthly, which is a relatively small amount, you can just cancel. You won't be charged a cent. They have sleep stories. They have My Catholic Lo-Fi on there. They've just added the Gospels, a dramatized version of the Gospels. They have daily exegesis on mass readings, which you can listen to. It is fantastic. So if you haven't done it already, hello.com/Matt, sign up over there. Try it for free for 3 months. I like Jordan Peterson's iteration of don't let the great be the enemy of the good. Yeah. Namely, what's something you could do that even you, flabby, poor excuse of a human being that you are, would do. I love it.
Yeah.
Because you ask yourself, well, what's something we could do? It's like, well, there's a whole host of things you could do.
Right.
But have you met you? Like, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So just, how about this? What's something you could do that even you would do that would make your life better?
Yeah, when the apostles saw Jesus retreating to the mountaintop and praying all night long, like this heroic kind of piety, and then coming back, and they're like, can you teach us how to pray like you? He's like, sure. Here's what you say. And he just gives them the Our Father. It's like, but that's you're doing more than that, I think, right? But no, well, you're a novice. Here's what you have. Here's the thing that you can do. So do that. And for those of us that want to be heroes of the faith and are struggling to pray the rosary or to sing polyphony and chant and do the liturgy of the hours and all these heroic things you could be doing, maybe that's because you didn't start where Jesus told you to start. Start with the Our Father. Start with a Hail Mary. Start with a daily offering. An examination of conscience at the end of the day, and do what you can. And then once you've got that, once that becomes second nature, okay, now you build upon it.
That's right.
Slowly and subtly.
If I don't wake up and pray in any way in the morning, then there's no point telling myself I need to be something much more heroic. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.